out of photon cannons alone, as many of you already know. The level 1 armor upgrade coming into play for Racist. I do not have any upgrades save for the level 1 plasma shields. That is going to be buffering up my photon cannons just a little bit. We now have Stalkers being created from Racist, so his military influence is superior as far as mobility. He actually has a respectable robotics facility. It is now in play at 44 food. I'm dropping additional pylons. I have an excess of psi and an excess of pylon power all over the map. I'm probably just creating all of the supply for when I do complete the the warp gates, and when I actually want to just saturate the battlefield with units, I'll have plenty of supply for that. But I don't know how wise it is to leave myself this exposed as far as military influence. Francis seems now that he is interested in expanding to this natural position, making these 2 photon cannons here on this high ground to establish a perimeter. Pretty good placement there, as these pylons are mutually supporting these photon cannons. Splitting up his forces just a little bit, sending the zealots over to that watchtower, most likely. Now warping in a stalker at my choke. Chrono boosting this natural expansion, trying to saturate that even more. These zealots are actually going to be sent into the top left corner to make sure I have no expansion. But yeah, at this point my income is doubling with purpose the income of Racist, as my second expansion is being very, very useful for me. Because of this income, I'm able to warp in these very white-colored stalkers and continue building cannons and buildings all over the map. Racist has his observer out, and I think I catch this. I catch the cloaked animation when I'm microing these stalkers, and I realize that I could probably use an observer of my own. But this has made me reluctant to move out with these stalkers, as he's keeping an eye on them with this observer. He needs to be careful not to fly into these photon cannons, though, as they do detect invisible units. Yeah, Racist actually has 2 observers in play. He has an inferior amount of probes to my large amount of probes, and these stalkers are just going to take out that one zealot that was occupying the watchtower. Chrono boost, actually no chrono boost on this Robo Bay. That is bringing in a Immortal. Actually going to make a second one right now. But yeah, these stalkers are establishing a perimeter, making sure that no funny business is going on. I believe I bring in a Twilight Council at some point. Yeah, actually, I have my blink on the Twilight Council has completed, and these stalkers have been equipped with blink. Now, if I remember correctly, I do perform a little bit of an embarrassing move here, but I'll let time reveal that. Racist's natural expansion is now going up. He seems to have spent his money in a modest photon cannon defense and an infantry influence at his front door with a couple of observers. But right now, I tried to blink into his base with no vision like a pro, so I waste the blink cooldown and I take a few hits there from that photon cannon. But these stalkers are going to perform a facepalm and move back to fight another day as they meet with this Immortal. So yeah, if I wanted to use blink to my advantage there, I would need to have an air unit to give me sight of that high ground. But right now, I think I'm going to scout this small force with these 2 photon cannons, and I'm going to say to myself, I have a superior force. I'm going to try to push forward, sniping out Docker right quickly. Now using blink to get a second zealot kill. This Immortal is going to be the impetus of this attack. These zealots are trying to surround my stalkers, but a decent blink there, able to avoid damage from the zealots, as the zealots are forced to DPS down the shield with the Immortal, as the shield's now recharged, and the stalkers are able to continue DPSing with that 1 particle destructor upgrade now. Second Immortal is joining the fight, and actually a very early GG from Racist. He calls a good game. He probably knows that he can't deal with those Immortals. Thanks for watching, guys. This is yet another game of Racist's progress as far as his skill level. And yeah, thanks for watching. Be easy.